This podcast is part of the Day Space Podcast Network. The opinions expressed on this show are those individuals who say them and not of Day Space Studios or any of its affiliates. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Whoa, holy shit. Let's try that over again. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Everyday Schmoes Podcast. I'm your host, Greenie, and we're coming to you from the Southern Covered Studio, and as you can tell, we're all here, including Delayed Ox.
Can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
All right. He's not on camera this week because, well, he's super delayed. But besides that, we're all here. So, what's up, guys? I know we had to do an episode late again, but it happens, and that's life. But, so, I watched Raw last night, and I had to shut it off. And then I started watching the Detroit Lions and Jets game, and I really had to shut it off. I cannot fucking stand Beth Mowins.
Yeah, I didn't like her either. I never even attempted Raw because I just wanted to watch football, but I felt like I was watching the Bills 2.0, so that was aggravating as shit.
Oh, man. The Bills.
I didn't really want to watch football at all after the fucking Steelers tied the Browns. I was like, what the hell is that? And football pisses me off. And hockey both pisses me off. There's ties. Why the hell we have ties? This is fucking horseshit.
I understand it in hockey because it's more grueling in hockey, but football should not end in a fucking tie.
Absolutely not, dude. That Browns and Steelers game was actually I think it was the best game of the week.
I think it was too.
Shout out to hometown hero, fucking James Conner with the fucking Apache haircut
Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. But he went beast mode, dude. 137 yards. Didn't he finish with that?
Yeah, but that's the thing. You guys keep saying he's gonna be beast mode and all this other stuff. He's not gonna be sustainable to run like that all
not at all
long.
I mean, me and Kid talked about that actually a couple of days. Like he commented on one of my posts on Facebook, and we were running through it. He's not gonna last long because he is too small. He's too small. Even if he bulked up, he would still be too small. Mm-hmm. So somebody needs to be in front of him.
He needs to be a complement, yeah.
Yeah, he needs somebody in front of him.
Yep.
And Raw, I only watched it because of Strowman.
So, Dapper, dude, Dapper, you blew out Seth like 200 points. Like he was. It was all about strategy, my brother. I picked a couple guys. I didn't auto pick everything, but I picked up Brandon Marshall, and I knew that was going to be a win because I knew Wilson was going to use Brandon Marshall. He's got too many years. He's a veteran. He knows how to catch the ball. So I knew he was going to score points, and that's exactly what he did. But Andrew Luck was my beast mode in my fantasy.
I fucked up. I should have put Patrick Mahomes in, but I had Deshaun Watson in there, and that didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, I put in.
So I'm kind of iffy this week. I want to put in Mahomes just because of how great he looked last week, but I don't know yet. He's not proven.
Yeah, he's not proven yet, but it's only week 1, and it's like.
Exactly. Bills are going to bounce back, so fuck that.
That's the Bills. The only way the Bills bounce back is if they put Josh Allen in there and they go get an offensive line instead of fucking taking defensive players off the waivers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
As a Bills fan, I was that's the worst game I saw ever. And I
turned it off. I didn't even want to get mad at it. I watched the Steelers game.
I watched the entire thing. I was just like, I have to watch it. And Josh Allen is okay, but he's not. Without an offensive line, we're fucked. For sure.
I got a question real quick for Mr. Delay Oxidine over there. How do you feel about John Gruden now, motherfucker?
I wouldn't know. I stopped being a loser a long time ago, and I put on a Brady jersey, so now things are on the up and up.
You're selling it on eBay. What the fuck are you talking about?
Proven. That's the word we're looking for. Proven. He's proven.
Yeah, he's proven.
So you're a turncoat and went to the Patriots.
The red, white, and blue in honor of 9/11.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
No, it should be the Buffalo Bills then.
Yeah, it should be the Bills, red, white, and blue.
Should be.
Oh, yeah, I would have jumped out of a building on fire, too, if I rooted for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Oh, that's why there's a fucking disclaimer. I have to have a disclaimer on a podcast because you never know what anybody's going to say anything, and it is 9/11, and we do got to pay our respects, but at the same point, hey, it's there to take it. You know what I mean?
You can't be sensitive all the time, man.
No.
You gotta have a sense of humor sometimes.
Yeah, this ain't the 90s, you know. I mean, today people are triggered. Everybody's sensitive. Everybody's got a problem of some sort. You know what I mean? It's, social media's fault.
Yeah, because
It is.
because when I was growing up, I didn't have 499 genders. I had two, male, female. You know what I mean? That's it. I didn't have cisgender, sort gender, pork gender. I didn't have any of that shit. You know what I mean? We didn't think about it. We had the internet, but you had to sit there and plug that bitch into your phone line and make sure that nobody was on the phone, and then get up on the chat and get up in the chat rooms and hang out in chat rooms. That's it. That's all you did on the internet. And occasionally when you were at your friend's house and their parents weren't home, that's when you got to see boobies and stuff because you just sat there and waited for the picture to download.
I was never an internet person, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude,
My
remember.
My mother is still mad because in the 90s she got a thing in the mail, get 12 CDs for one.
That's what I was
And I was
into.
like, hell
Dude,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mom, I'm so mad about that shit.
They sent me
Hey,
a
you
bill.
guys remember?
They sent me a bill a couple years ago, and I was like, yeah, right. And I threw that shit out. So, like, dude, you guys, I was 16 at the time, and you were sending me these things. I'm like, okay. And that's how me and my friends had got music, was through that BMG fucking 1 cent bullshit. Everybody got together and made a list of what they were getting, and then when they were done with the CD, they would pass it along and pass the next CD along. That's how it went.
It was better back in the days, man.
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah, you didn't have.
I remember having to stay up late if I wanted to see boobies. I would have to watch it on Cinemax on silk stockings. I think it was red silk stockings or something. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, dog tired, want to go to bed. Nope, got to watch red silk stockings. Dude, got to see some boobies before I go to sleep. Like 15 years old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, them were the days. All right, so let's get into some topics this week, guys. We got some topics. The first one we're gonna go with this week is we all know that we talked about it probably on last week's show that Eminem came out with a brand new album, dissed everybody, and then MGK came out with his and dissed Eminem. And Eminem is yet to respond, and I retweeted something that Keemstar, if you guys don't know who Keemstar is, drama alert, let's get right into the news. But he said Eminem hasn't responded and it's been over a week, game over. I agree.
So do I.
I agree. That's how, if you want to go old school mentality, that's the way to go. Dapper's up there shaking his head like, what?
I mean, is he going to wait till the next album to put it out or what?
No. Listen.
I definitely expected something by now.
I honestly think that the two have a secret man crush on each other, and they don't like each other because they see parts of themselves in each other, and secretly they probably want to find a dark alley and go butt fuck.
All right, that's Oxidine's opinion.
Yeah,
That's
right.
tough.
All right, Dapper, let's hear you.
Now, I personally think that the whole thing was staged.
That's possible.
Because you can tell me right now that yes, Eminem did not personally respond lyrically to what MGK said. But if you look at his Twitter, he's been sending out subliminal shots to MGK, but with Miss Pac-Man. We all know that MGK has Mr. Pac-Man tattooed on his fucking neck. He was playing fucking Miss Pac-Man for 7 minutes, looking at the corner of his eye while MGK song was playing. So we all know what Eminem does. He doesn't shoot back right away. When the hell did he ever really shoot back right away?
Yeah.
He takes his time. He thinks about it.
He murdered Ja Rule, and that's why you don't see Ja Rule no more.
That was assisted by.
Ja can barely talk.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Ja Rule, that whole diss was started because of 50 Cent. So Eminem had help with every single diss track he put out on Ja Rule. So he's going at MGK personally. So it's going to be a while. He shot at Eminem's daughter again. There's no way that Eminem's not going to say anything at all. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like something's gonna happen, but it's the time period though. Like Greenie said, I don't know.
But what
Like
I said, is he gonna wait till his next album? Like what? I'm not trying to wait that long to see what happens.
Right, me either. But
Well, here's the thing.
Hang on, Dapper. Let me throw this out there. What if, like you guys were saying, that this is some publicity stunt? What if all of a sudden they come out with a double fucking an album with both of them on it?
Like a collab?
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
collab.
you mean like?
Yeah.
It could happen. That's known to happen.
When it's all said and done, I feel like that's what'll happen because most beefs, that's what happens. The two people end up teaming up for a song or something.
Well, if you think about it in a logical way, he dissed a ton of people on there and he gave props to a ton of people on that album, but nobody else said anything. All they did was show videos of them being hyped that he mentioned them. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what MGK did at first.
Yeah, and then he came back with the diss track and nobody else has said anything.
Because MGK, you know, he's unique. He's a unique kind of dude. He was like, okay, I'm popping bottles. Now I'm really going to make myself famous even more.
Let me throw this out there. It went on iTunes on Saturday, I believe. Rap Devil. And no, it went on Friday night. And by Saturday night, it was the #1 song on iTunes USA.
MGK's got fans, man, and they're loyal fans like you, sitting up in my fucking right corner of my cell phone. Now, here's the thing.
I was going to wear my lace-up shirt tonight, too, but it was dirty because I wore it for like 3 days last week.
Here's the thing. MGK, if this was a personal beef and MGK thought like he won, why wouldn't he just shoot back at Eminem again? Like, hey, you really did punk out.
True that, because I remember back in the day with Game and Yuckmouth. Yuckmouth just relentlessly went out the game until the game just was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, Eminem, like, he's not going to shoot because he's like, all right, I'm not defeated because MGK should have shot at him again. Like, you're a bitch because you haven't responded.
Eminem would have been better off, you know, doing something, I don't know, with 9/11 right around the corner. He could have put out a tribute song or something and made a lot more waves than this whole MGK beef thing.
I think that's a good comment too, because Eminem's known, like look at, he put Venom on Kamikaze. That's not a diss track at all.
No, that's pure movie soundtrack, and from what
exactly. So it's not all diss track.
From what Todd McFarlane said, it's coming along. It's coming along. I'm a big Todd McFarlane fan, And,
hell yeah.
Yeah, that dude can draw. Like when you watch his sessions when he draws on that thing, on his pad, he's just like boom, 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 boom. This is this. It's crazy. It's gonna be a good movie. All right, so on to our next. Oh yeah.
There's my fucking spawn right there, Todd McFarlane, baby.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting that tonight. I'm coming over.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
I'm putting that up on eBay. That's going up on eBay.
You can probably get a pretty penny for that.
But yeah, so we had another kind of controversy that hit this past week. Since this is a late episode, we had Nike dropped a commercial with Colin Kaepernick as the face of Nike, and America went nuts. And my question is, if America is going to go nuts over that, why didn't they go nuts when, like the Catholic Church was fucking all their kids?
I believe thinks about it is they were happy and quiet for the longest time about Kaepernick because he was out of a job. But once they found out he got him a paycheck, that opened up some wounds.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He got a paycheck. He's been getting a paycheck from Nike since he entered the NFL. He's had a deal with Nike. They never dropped him as a sponsor. They never dropped him.
NFL didn't like it because they felt backdoored because it was on the hush hush. They didn't even have no clue. The NFL didn't have a clue. They found out when we found out.
I wish they would have waited until opening Sunday to play it, though. That would have been so awesome.
That would have been a hell of a week one.
This is what I'm saying, that the world has become controversy. That's why Kaepernick's on it. I fucking hate Kaepernick. I think this is a goddamn disgrace to Nike. Like, how the fuck dare you put Kaepernick on a fucking anything? What the fuck did he do? He put he put socks on that had cops as pigs on it. Yes, that's funny as fuck because I don't like police officers either.
Right.
But still, you're a role model. You're in the NFL. Yeah, I grew up with Lawrence Taylor and I loved him, and he's now in jail, I think, for the rest of his life. I think he's seriously fucked up. I was reading something about it. But Kaepernick has done nothing positive. What the hell has he sacrificed? Not a damn thing. I've seen that Let's Woo It. Put Ric Flair on that motherfucker. Let him do it.
I could agree with you to an extent that I don't know really what he has sacrificed, but I will say this, since he has started this whole campaign, he has done a lot. It's not like a lot of these
LeBron
rappers
James
who talk this and stuff. I would say he's doing equally as much as LeBron James. Maybe not equally as much because LeBron James has a bigger platform and way more money, but I don't know. I was not a Kaepernick fan at all. I'm still not really a Kaepernick fan, but after doing some research about it, he has done a lot of good. He's given a lot of money. He has started a lot of foundations to help people out.
That's my biggest pet peeve right now about the media and everybody else is the fact that they're all like, oh, well, what are they doing in the off season? They're helping people in the off season too, but you don't see it because nobody wants to cover it because it's not news.
Dude,
exactly.
It's not news for a black man to go to Flint, Michigan, where he grew up, and hand out cases of water because their fucking water's garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That doesn't get coverage.
Not at all. It's like what Ox said. The social media ruined it.
JJ Watt got fucking mad coverage for his foundation, and mad props to JJ Watt.
Yeah, in Houston last year. Yeah.
But dude, there's other NFL players that are doing twice as much as that, plus some, and they're not getting coverage. It's all about stardom and like Ox said, fucking social media.
I got something for you. Here's a perfect person to put on a Nike thing that says about sacrifice. If that's what your slogan wants to be, why wouldn't you put Pat Tillman on it?
Yeah.
I did see a couple of those.
Yeah.
Pat Tillman is the biggest, greatest thing that ever came through the NFL. That man he breathed USA. took care of his family, and was a great football player. And he sacrificed everything. He played in the NFL in the level he did, and went overseas.
He gave up
Why
the NFL.
the hell?
He gave up the NFL to go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine everybody if they all of a sudden said, "What about Jesus Christ? He sacrificed everything."
That's what the Catholic Church would say.
Yeah. You know,
Man, the Catholic Church.
The Catholic.
Okay.
So we're touching this subject.
Everything, but what other religions are there? You know, doing some crazy stuff too. That's not being brought to light. You know what I mean? Okay, we know what skeletons are in their closet now, but what we don't know, we should fear. Okay, I mean, for real. You can't badge every Catholic because you know there's some sex offenders. Not everybody rolls that way. You know what I mean? And we don't appreciate.
Oh, did we freeze? We froze.
Horrible. Yeah. Nobody's happy about it. Nobody likes it. All we can do is no different than Penn State. Just cross that bridge when you come to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you guys all catch that? Because it completely froze out on me, but it caught it.
Everybody just switched where they were on my camera.
Yeah, it went glitchy for a fucking minute.
Everybody just like turned.
I was like, oh shit! I hope they didn't freeze. And I started moving the mouse around, and all of a sudden everybody came back, and I'm like, all right, I hope it picked that up.
Yeah, I heard what Ox said, and I got to agree with him. I mean, well, if we're touching religion, I believe in what I believe. I'm a pagan. My fiance is a devoted Christian, and I hate Christians. I don't like their religion, but I love this girl, and that's all that matters.
But
I don't give a shit about
you.
Religion.
That's the thing. We love you to
Yeah,
death.
but here's the thing. I don't.
Do you really though?
Absolutely.
I mean, you probably do for sure, but is that how the whole church feels? Not even just Catholics though, like even Baptist or Lutheran. That's what I can't get.
Everybody's on an individual basis unless you walk around with a spiritual thermometer shoving it up everybody's ass to check their spirituality temperature. There's no way to tell.
Well, no, I feel like this though. The reason I'm not the biggest fan of organized religion is because I feel like if you go back all the way to the Roman Catholic Church, and you follow where it came from, it basically was created by the Romans to basically control the masses. So what doesn't say that other religions came from that same way? And how can you trust a book that's been written written over so many times that you have so many different versions telling so many?
It's the greatest story ever wrote.
That's my only. I believe there's a higher power, and I believe there's an evil power, but you know what I mean?
What about the Incans, the Aztecs, and the Mayans down in South America? You see what they do on the top of them damn pyramids that they make to the sun god? Oh yeah, aliens. They'll gut a whore out.
The Mayans knew what was going on back in the day. If we're going to talk about the Mayans knew what was going on back in the day. The Mayans knew what the gods were. They were aliens, dude. Aliens dropped humans here to basically live out their lives here because they're an experiment. We're an experiment, and we've lived this long and evolved, and then all the technology that we have, the Skype and everything, is thrown to us from aliens.
And for real, I'm not going to throw shade, you know what I mean? Shout out to old, Colin Kaepernick. He got a paycheck. It'll be his last one, so he might want to soak it up, But, I believe, things happen for a reason. Can we just imagine, down the road, 6 months from now, who else is going to get a big deal around some horrible, Kaepernick capitalized off this whole thing. He checkmated everything by getting a check. End result. Yeah. Now, what happens, if there's a sex scandal in the NFL? Who's going to be the next person to go to Nike, and get a commercial with some crazy slogan about their sex scandal? Who knows? It's going to be crazy.
True that. All right, so on to our next subject. Joe, or kid, you you did the research on this one because you wanted to check it out. The Momo challenge, guys. Like I researched numbers and everything, and I watched videos on this, and then I gave it to Kid, and Kid, tell me about it.
I called it a million times. A million times. All the different numbers you gave me, I watched a million different videos. I found a bunch of different numbers. I literally they were all Japanese and Mexican numbers, all of them. Every number you found. So I found that kind of strange. I don't know. It literally just rang and rang and rang every single time. I called it at 1, 3 in the afternoon, 10 at night, 3 a.m. like everybody kept saying because it was a 3 a.m. challenge. I called it once at 3 a.m. Nothing at all.
So
Not one single time. It never answered. It never texted. Nothing at all. Nothing.
So apparently, for those that don't know about the Momo challenge, is basically something that came up on the.
And I did this for a week.
That's fucking dedication right there.
Yeah.
So the Momo challenge basically is like a. It's on the WhatsApp and through Facebook and whatnot, and like apparently 2 kids committed suicide from it, and I threw the story out there to these guys, and kids like, yeah, let's take it, let's do it, let's all do it, give me some numbers. I'm like, all right. And the more research I did on this thing, it was basically like a fucking piece of artwork or something at one time, and either somebody took it over and it now is making it into a game. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not all about these weird internet games that tell you to kill yourself, like Slender Man and shit.
Hey, Kid. I got a new one for you.
What's that?
Fuck the Momo challenge. Why don't you try the original challenge that started that one, the Blue Whale challenge?
Oh.
I did see something about that, but I didn't look too much into it.
They said that one. Yeah. That one is the one that actually started the whole Momo.
I did
Blue
see
Whale.
that.
I read about it. That shit was fucking crazy.
What was that one like?
Man. Do we want to do for the next episode, just and have you see? Do we want to add this as a segment on future episodes of trying to figure out if these challenges are real or fake? I mean, it's kind of entertaining.
It is kind of entertaining, but realistically, when you start opening up urban legends, sometimes you open up a door you just don't want to fuck with. So
this is true. But I've always been the one. You know this, even when we worked together with that Ouija board. I used to throw that thing around like it was nothing. Like I laugh at that shit because
that thing,
I have tried and tried and tried and nothing ever. Never. That's why I'm down to do this shit, because until something proves me differently, it's all a joke to me.
All right, there you heard it right there. We're adding a new segment. Is it real or is it fake challenges?
I got a new name for it. Is Kid Fuck Challenge.
All right, right there. I'm gonna write
it's
that
fake
down.
Because you're too Joe Mooney, you're too pure of heart. You can't mess with the Ouija board. The dark side only wants something to do with something that's pure. You're too evil. You shouldn't be messing with it because it don't want nothing to do with you.
Maybe.
You're not fresh and pure.
You still got that one, Dapper?
What?
That one I sold you? That old ass one?
Yeah, I still got it.
Nice.
Kapernick sold his soul to the Illuminati.
So
here's the thing.
So
I would love.
Wait. What are the chances that we do that for an episode? Play with the fucking Ouija board live on or put it on Skype and ask it questions.
I'm down.
I'm getting a big set of shoulder pads. They're not taking me alive, man. I'm putting up a border or something because I know Ox gets into that Magic Gathering shit, so you might know the heck.
I played a Ouija board in the cemetery down on East Lake Road by the old Hammer Mill building, whatever that little cemetery is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
on
about.
Halloween, drunk as fuck, and nothing. Nothing.
Hey, you go ahead, man. You want to fuck with them urban legends? Go ahead, man.
I mean, I'm not trying to go in the middle of a cornfield or nothing, because I'm not gonna lie, that kind of shit freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah. Cornfields
But
are like a big no-no for me, dude. Like cornfields, I can't do it, man. Yeah, I mean,
I'll check out this blue whale thing and see if it's still happening.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I think the feds caught on to it. Like it was huge, but they might have caught on to it, but you might find something like.
Oh, I'm sure. Dude, there's always threads on Reddit about different challenges. So I mean,
They're locking people up for wearing assless chaps and running backwards through cornfields.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
That's what I was thinking. I was talking to somebody though with that Momo challenge. At first, I thought maybe it was a way for like the feds or something to like look at you, or the government, almost like a Snowden type thing, because you're using your camera and this and that. But then, as I thought about it more, because all these numbers were from Japan or Mexico, maybe it was a huge like telemarketing scheme to get motherfuckers' phone numbers, dumbasses like me, who's like, oh, let me just try this. And now I'm gonna start getting a million more fucking dumbass calls on top of the million dumbass calls that I already get. I was thinking about that too.
For any of the calls?
What's that?
Did you get charged for any?
I don't know. That's another thing I was thinking about too. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and I get my phone bill and see about that, because every single one was a Japanese or a Mexican number.
I keep getting phone calls about getting free electricity, and I tell them we got women in our basement on treadmills hooked up to a generator.
Oh man, all right. So I got a call today. Speaking of telemarketers, I got a call today, and the guy was telling me about insurance and this and that. And I'm driving down the road on my way to an Uber call, and I'm like, yo, listen. I'm like, I'm insured. I got insurance now. I'm at work. I'm actually driving to pick up a customer right now. I'm like, I don't need insurance, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, well, what's your zip code? And I told my zip code, and I'm like, listen, you're calling from Pennsylvania, are you not? And he's like, I'm calling from a telemarketing company, blah, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, I know the damn spiel. I used to work for West Telemarketing. And he, like, hung up on me. I was like, yeah, dude, I know the spiel. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to cold call me. It's not working.
I fuck with telemarketers so bad, dude.
That's the thing, is that I try to so much that, like, I just get annoyed. Like, because you get the Arabian guys that want to talk, like, English. And, like, hi, my name is Bud. I'm not in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, telemarketers suck.
Yeah, they do.
They're like parking people. They're like those parking meter people. Get a fucking real job, you fucking jackass. I tried West a shit ton of times. I walked out every time.
Why?
Because I hate telemarketing. It's stupid as fuck. Nobody wants to listen to you. They want to slit your throat when you call them.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Totally off subject, but Encarnacion for the Cleveland Indians just slammed a 422-foot home run.
Hell yeah. So what's the score now?
I'm not exactly sure. I just saw it pop up on my phone as a little thing on my MLB app.
Oh, right on. All right.
But that's pretty impressive, 422 feet. That's fucking, I couldn't do it.
Right.
I heard
I love baseball.
Cleveland got free curly fries or something because of all them interceptions.
No, they're waiting for the beer.
Cleveland did their thing. I seen pick after pick after pick. I seen defense. I seen a Cleveland team that acted like they wanted to punch something in the mouth, and I swear if old Baker Mayfield was in there, I'd say give that young boy the reins and let him do it.
I agree.
Not yet.
He's better than Tyrod Taylor.
He'll be in there when they go to Pittsburgh, and I think we should double up that bet now.
Tyrod Taylor's poo-poo.
You want to double up that bet.
He looked so Tyrod, too. I was a little bit bummed and kind of like, I don't know, being a Bills fan, losing him, because he was all right, but he's not anything great. I mean, but yeah, after watching that game, I was like 15, 20 yards. Like, okay, I'm glad we got rid of him.
Yeah, it's a
duo. They got a couple of wide receivers. I think they need Baker Mayfield to do it.
Yep, they do.
I noticed it too when I switched over to the Steelers game and Tyrod was throwing the ball. I'm like, dude, he's only throwing 5 to 10 yards, just like
screen passes.
But I had Jarvis Landry, so I didn't care. But because
for sure.
But it's still the fact that I was like, all right, cool. Like we were talking about the Bills earlier, and my biggest thing with the Bills right now is if you stick Nathan Peterman in there this week at home, you're gonna have a fucking madhouse of pissed off fucking drunk Bills Mafia. Good thing it's not.
You guys want to hear a horrible story?
It's not snowing in Buffalo, so that's a good thing. Because
I have a theory about quarterbacks with square heads. They're all good. Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck. Any quarterback with a square front head, there's something about it, and they're good quarterbacks.
Josh Allen?
Yeah. I'm just saying, pay attention to the front of their heads if they're good quarterbacks and they're getting attention. I'm just saying it's something weird, but pay attention.
I love this dude just for the comedic relief.
Hell yeah.
He's crazy. Yeah. He's crazy, man.
He doesn't say much, but when he does, it's pretty comedic. It's good for the show.
It's almost a Neanderthal feature, but there's something about it. I think it has something with the frontal lobe of the brain. That's just my way of thinking. I also heard something about that on it was on one of the camps for, I think it was college football. I heard someone talk, and I picked up on it. And like 6 years later, it's still making sense.
All right.
And on that
note, yeah. So we did have some passings this past week, and one of them was Burt Reynolds. Reason this episode is called The Bandit. At 82 years old, Burt Reynolds died, and then. Fucking the craziest thing I saw, which blew my mind, was 26-year-old Mac Miller passed away. For those who don't know who Mac Miller is, he's from Pittsburgh. He collabed with Wiz Khalifa on a couple things. He was in a movie with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. So he was every album progressed, and dude was self-taught. He was good. He wasn't a lyrical genius, but he knew how to put his lyrics in there. And he overdosed, and it sucks, man, because that dude was only 26 years old. And Burt Reynolds too, because we wanted another Bandit movie. You know what I mean?
Dude,
every woman loved him. He made Salt and Pepper Hair famous.
Dude, Burt Reynolds was a huge idol of me, man. Fucking Bandit, that was all me and my grandfather used to watch, like, when I used to sit in his house all the time, was Bandit. Like, fucking Buford T. Justice and Bandit were the reason why I grew up the way I was. Cocky as shit, because I watched that movie. I memorized that movie. That movie was shit. Burt Reynolds was the shit. Everywhere you go, everybody knew who Burt Reynolds was. He was a goddamn icon. And Mac Miller, yeah, he was a good lyricist, but I know they rolled the biggest joint ever in the world in that movie.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was produced by Wiz Khalifa. Snoop was in it. Mac Miller was in it.
Wasn't it High School?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
High School. Yeah. It was on Netflix.
Yeah, man, yeah. It's been a big year for deaths, man. Like, a lot of idols have been dropping. It's a horrible year.
Yeah, especially
agreed.
At 26 years
really
old.
Bad.
And that's the thing, you know, if you guys are on lean or any of that shit, get off of it. Go get fucking help. Like, there's go detox and fucking, you know, if you don't want to go to rehab, then go to the fucking sauna and sit for 10 hours and get that shit out of your system.
Did you see that tribute that Little Zane gave to Little Zane or whatever? He put a big ass Mac Miller tribute on his cheek. Mm-hmm. It's fucking huge, man. Like, he needs to watch out next because he's living.
Goddamn, Little Zane, you the man. It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
He's
Well,
living a
Gucci
bad
Man's got to
life.
run around with an ice cream cone on his cheek.
He took it off.
Fuck Gucci, man.
Oh,
Yeah, he had that removed.
Ain't nothing got Burt on Bird, man.
Nah. Nope.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Oh, fuck Alabama.
Yeah. What the fuck
Fuck
is that?
Bama.
Ohio State's gonna whoop their ass this year again, anyways. So. Ohio
So,
State got it all.
So Dapper, the reason this episode's late because of you. Why don't you tell everybody what you got coming for the show?
oh yeah, I have a couple interviews coming up with a couple local independent wrestling people around Erie, and a couple that have wrestled out of town in Ohio, Virginia, like Crimson. Marcus Knight.
With a K.
Yeah, with a K, not the fake WCW one that they tried to pull.
TNA.
Yeah, TNA,
Compton.
and then what?
Big Compton.
Big Compton. Yeah,
He was talking about this shit last time too.
Yeah, he's that's because we watched a video. I showed him a video, and he called the dude Big Compton. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But we'll have Bennett Cole
It was a
on
horrible
here too.
stereotype, and I felt bad.
No, you don't.
But yeah, well, I'm working on the schedule on when to have them booked and when's gonna be a good time for them, because they have a lot of good shows coming up. And Marcus Knight just won the heavyweight title up in WBW in Ohio, and that's like his 13th title he's held. So he's on his way up. So
That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're just trying to me and you, Greenie, are gonna have to like sit down one day and try to like really hash that out so we can get it perfect.
Yeah. I mean, even if you do, phone interview where you record it on your phone and we can splice it into the show and whatnot.
That sounds good. I'm looking forward to talking to Crimson because I love it. His fighting style, his wrestling style is basically like old school, hard-nosed, hardcore matches. Like, he got forked at the show that I was just at. Like, he was ripped wide open, dude, forked by Bill Poyer. Like, it was a good ass match. A lot of barbed wire. I haven't seen barbed wire in a match since, I don't know, I think Kane brought some barbed wire out. I think that was the last time I've seen it.
Yeah, a lot of independent shows use barbed wire and all that gimmick, but I mean,
Do you remember old school ECW used to have the whole rope?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sabu fucking tore his
Harry
shit over. Speaking of Sabu, real quick, did anybody see the tweet that he put out about Renee Young?
No, I didn't see
No,
that
I
yet.
did not.
So everybody's been congratulating Renee Young or whatever, for getting the commentator's position or whatnot.
Yeah.
And Taz, you're going to have to go back and look at it because I'm not even going to attempt to say what he's tweeted, but he retweeted Taz's congratulations to her and then also like put his own thing in there. And it was really weird what he said, but everybody's like freaking out about it because he's like pretty much talking shit to her, saying that she's nothing good and there was many women before her that this and that, and it's crazy. Go find it on Twitter.
Everybody's triggered. Everybody's sensitive.
Sabu is he's in my top 5. Yeah,
I love Sabu.
But he's been talking a lot of shit lately, like with
He's
the
an
death
asshole.
of Brian Christopher. He was talking shit about that with New Jack, but he's going indiscreet. That's his problem. He's doing all this indiscreet shit, and he's starting to tarnish his career, and that's horrible for Sabu. He's a legend. Why are you talking shit like that?
Yeah.
And I think Renee Young did a better job than Coach. Personally, I do.
Yeah. And Michael Cole, I didn't like him. He kept like yelling at her.
He's getting old, man. Michael Cole's got to go.
No, here's the thing about Michael Cole is like he
told her not to cheer for Finn Balor, like live on air. He's like, you can't cheer for somebody or something like that. It's something I saw today on YouTube.
Yeah.
I personally,
because she
Joey
when Finn
Styles.
Balor won,
I know
I
he's
guess
not
she
commentating no.
Yeah, Joey Styles was good.
Yeah, Joey was good.
You'll never see.
My God!
You'll never see Joey Styles again, bro.
No, you won't ever see Joey again.
No.
Horrible, man.
I would help pay for his salary. I would chip in $50.
50
bucks, dude. To book him's at least 5,000.
Yeah, he got a job, so he'll take what he can.
Plus probably his airfare and hotel. So,
No, dude, Joey Styles probably has a career. I'm going to tell you a person that does not have a career, and that's Virgil.
Oh, fuck, dude. Let me tell you about Virgil. I ran into Virgil
He's a
once.
piece of shit.
We were in Pittsburgh, and Virgil set up his thing in front of this punk show. And, like, we're going in, and, like, he's like, hey, you know who I am? And I'm like, and he's standing in line with us, and I'm like, yeah, dude, you're Virgil, Ted DiBiase's manager, lackey. And I was like, what's up? And he's like,
lackey.
He's like, you want a picture? And I'm like, no, man, I'll take one with my phone. He's like, no, I got an 8x10. And he goes over and signs it, and he's like, that'll be $30. And I'm like, the fuck? No, dude, I'm not giving you $30 for your autograph. I'm not doing it. He's like, how about take a picture with me? So I took a picture with him. And he's like, that's $10. I'm like, I took the picture with my phone. He's like, yeah, it's $10. I'm like, no, dude, no. And like the guy that ran the place came outside and he's like, Virgil, not here, get out. And like he took his table and walked across the street.
Virgil got bitched out.
He does it all.
Dude, I heard it.
He does it all.
I heard a story from a reliable person about a story about Virgil was at this indie show and he was talking about himself, and this person told me that he fucking lied and said that he was in a WrestleMania. He was never in a WrestleMania and he never won a championship, as I remember. He never
had any belt. No.
Yeah, he did. He had the $1 million belt.
Well, that doesn't count.
That was a fluke. That was a fluke because he won it. Like he lost it the next fucking day.
Are we considering that a real title though?
Yeah. Are we considering that a real title?
I would consider it a real title.
What?
I mean, the ringmaster held it for Christ's sake.
The ringmaster. He went there,
I
dude.
would rather have the IRS's briefcase than.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. You know who could have had the fucking $1 million belt? Shockmaster. He should have fucking.
He should have.
For falling through the wall on his debut.
Screw that man. Oh. Screw Virgil.
When are they bringing back the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness?
I don't know. I do know that Edge will be on the SmackDown Live 1000 show, and I do know that I think it's on the network. I know they put a lot of stuff on the network lately, so.
Edge got horse teeth.
Have we figured out how to watch that Jericho cruise yet?
You can't. It's not on iPay-per-view. They're not broadcasting any of that because it's in international waters, and in order to broadcast any of that, they would need satellites.
Damn, dude, that sucks so bad.
That does suck because that's gonna be epic.
He's already thinking they might.
That's gonna be an epic thing.
They might be
Jericho's breaking.
Yeah, here's the thing though. He's losing money though on this cruise because after All In, he thought he was gonna get a huge boost in ticket sales and didn't get shit. And we're all frozen.
I could see his spider web tattoo perfect.
Yeah. Oh, this? Yeah. And all right. this is where we're gonna end the show because we're all skipping out and lagging and everything else. So we're gonna end. Hey, we're gonna end the show because we're all lagging out tonight. But I thank you for joining us and all that good horse happy shit. And till next week, fuck y'all later.
Was this a live episode?
No, we can't get live.
We can't get live. We'll have to explain that on the next episode. But till then, peace.